guys. Hi, guys. Who knows what this is? That's right, it's a flex joint. This happens to be a Johnny Joint from Currie Enterprises, RockJock. You may have heard of them. They build the original flex joints. Still, in my opinion, the best on the market. They are, they're not indestructible. Nothing is. But they are very well made. They are reasonably priced. And they are completely rebuildable. They even sell you the tool to do it. So, most of you haven't done this before probably. So I thought I'd show you how to do it. I've got a front upper control arm right here off my Jeep. And as you can see, this ball joint moves a little too easily. I had a slight shimmy at about 45 miles an hour. Everything else is tight or new. So what we often forget is that these flex joints, if they're loose, will cause the same kind of, not a full death wobble, but it'll feel like you're getting there. So you'll be looking at your ball joints and your unit bearings and your tie rod and all that stuff, and they're all fine. Look at these. Make sure these are still tight. And be very aware that the ones you buy aren't all rebuildable. Most are, but some are not. All right, so let's do this. So Currie actually sells a press that goes with their joints to rebuild them. So I could replace this with a whole new joint, but I had the rebuild kit and I have the press. So I thought, why not? Let's get this rebuilt. Nice, it's stuck right there. And then we'll so the way this works is there's two washers on either side of this Johnny joint. Okay, in the middle is a ball, which I will show you, a semi-spherical ball, and a couple of polyurethane bushings that sandwich the ball and are sandwiched in turn by these washers. The washers are held in place by a lip on the bottom of the joint here and by a snap ring on the top. What this tool does is it compresses the joint enough to let me take the snap ring off and everything comes out. You can do this with some threaded rod and a bolt. Having the tool is kind of nice because it fits right into a vise for you. It holds it tight. All right. For snap ring, it's off. You can let go of all this. Now this tool is designed where after you have the snap ring off, you flip it over. Oops. Take that washer off first. Put it back together and it will press all the insides out for you just in case you're stuck. Just that easy. A little long. So you can see this one is all chewed up and worn out. This one's not too bad. They should mate together tightly, and they weren't. They're chewed up around the edges here. They've been overused. So these are probably, I think I changed that one about 6 years ago. So that's not too bad considering I wheel that rig pretty hard. And like I said, one of the beauties of working with Currie is they sell the kits. So I'm going to clean out the inside of this real quick. Little brake clean. get a towel right wipe with. Okay. All right. Inside. So check the inside when you do this. Make sure it's not all scored up and chewed up. Mine is not. All right. So the kit includes 2 new washers. Now, when washers are manufactured, they're stamped. They're stamped out of plate steel, right? So if you look at a washer, and it's hard to see on the camera, if you look at a washer, it'll have a side that's a little radiused and a side with sharper edges. Currie does recommend you put the sharper edges down, so we'll do that. It also includes 2 new polyurethane bushings. You can see how they fit together. They kind of interlock, right? And they have grooves for grease, so they are greasable. It includes the other washer and a new snap ring, which means you reuse the ball. So I'm gonna clean the ball off real quick. Pliers, okay. Now the balls are steel. They are hardened steel. So I'm cleaning them with a brush, but I'm using a brass brush. So the bristles on the brush are softer than the steel of the ball, so it can't hurt it. All right, that's good. Get a little spray off. Okay. Let me grab some grease. I'm gonna get in the grease gun. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna put a little grease on the inside of this housing, and then I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna pre-grease the ball as well. This is mainly for assembly. And then once I get it on the all assembled, I'll put some grease in the joint before I put it on the truck. I'll put it on my Jeep. All right. There's the ball. So you can see these fit like so. Interlock. The ball's in the middle, and they can then flex inside the ball, rotate inside the ball. Some grease on this ball. Take my new washer. Remember, I want the sharp side to the outside of the joint. This is my nut for the tool. And it will press it right into it. Now, it's in. I'm going to go a little more and compress the polyurethane until I can clearly see that the ring for the snap ring is clear. Go. Now this is the worst part of the whole job. These snap rings can fight back. And this is really where you want to wear safety glasses, because they do come flying on occasion. that one in first try. You take a screwdriver. Where'd it go? There it is. And we're going to tap around and make sure it's seated. Seated there. Good and seated. Good and seated. Seated there. So that joint, other than needing grease, is good. Ready to go back on. And just like that, it's rebuilt. Good for 6 more years. Awesome. Thanks. Get out and build your own.